Many people will be outdoors now that the weather is warmer. Some of us will go camping. Some of us will be having fires or fire pits in our backyard. We wanted to talk safety so that we don't lead to any fires that we don't want to have in our area. So best person to go to is an expert, and Jacob Bossinger is just that. He is a service forester with the Bureau of Forestry. Jacob, thanks so much for joining us. You cover a large area.
Yes, I do. I currently cover Northumberland, Montour, Columbia, and Schuylkill County.
Wow, that's a big coverage area. So now, are fires a serious issue with the weather being warmer and so many people out and about?
So a lot of people have seen the news and have seen different fire activities that may have happened out west, but in PA, we also have the imminent threat of fire. Actually now with spring green up, plant species are starting to get their leaves on and have a closed canopy. The fire danger is slowly and steadily decreasing, but it's always important to be cognizant of windy, dry days.
Absolutely. And even when you're out there, if you're not paying attention, you might be close to something that could catch fire or inadvertently leave a fire going. So give us some advice on the best type of tips that if we're going to be making a fire, even whether it's in our backyard or if we're going camping, how do we stay safe and prevent us from doing something terrible to the environment or to someone else's property?
Sure. So actually the number one cause, at least for this year, has been debris burning in the state of Pennsylvania. So that's the number one cause. So I would always recommend to people, if you're going to do some type of burning, even if it's a recreational campfire, reach out to your local forest district. They should be able to tell you the current fire weather, if it's a good idea or not. There's local resources like the volunteer fire department, and you can always go to the National Weather Service to see if there's extreme fire danger for that day.
Another thing that can cause fires is when we get into more closer to the 4th of July with fireworks, but some people set them off all during the warm weather. So oftentimes you do hear them, but they can be dangerous and cause fires as well, even on people's roofs.
Yeah, it's very important to be cognizant of all the different types of, I would say, ignition sources that could potentially start a fire. Even something like a power line that comes down certain times of the year could start a fire. So being aware of those things, whether it be a cigarette, brakes locking up along the roadway, but it's important to make sure if fireworks are to be used, again, even if it's summer, we do have humidity and the closed canopy, check the weather, speak with somebody, like I said, from a volunteer fire department, and make sure that you're safe to set those fireworks off.
Is there a good spot for us to go to a website or something where we can get all the latest information on tips for fire safety?
There actually is a smokeybear.com. There's a lot of great prevention material there, and I recommend folks check that out. It can provide you with some simple tips to stay fire smart and fire safe.
All right, well, that's a good place to go then before you decide to have a fire, whether it be in your fire pit in your backyard or somewhere else. Go to that website, get the latest tips. And thank you so much for telling us all about this, because we want to enjoy the outdoors, but we also want everything to stay safe.
Absolutely. It's always important to practice fire safety. Now that we're getting out of the spring fire season, remember that there's always the threat and potential to have a wildfire after the leaves fall. As we get past summer, the threat will rise again. So just always be mindful.
Great advice. Thank you so much for talking with us. We hope to talk with you again soon.
Thank you very much.